The first sign your parents failed you in ways you didn't see as a kid? When I was 9, my dad started taking me to his auto shop every Saturday morning. He'd pick me up with 2 coffees, one regular, one with extra cream and sugar, just how I liked it. "Today's the day we make this place shine," he'd say, handing me the sweet coffee like I was his business partner. I felt like the luckiest kid alive. While my friends played Nintendo, I was learning about brake pads and tire rotations. Dad taught me to organize his tools by size, clean the waiting room windows, and sweep the garage floor. "You're my right-hand man," he'd tell customers who came in. Kids got a real head for business. After a few months, Dad started giving me bigger responsibilities. He'd have me answer the phone when he was under a car. "Just write down their name and what's wrong," he'd say. "Tell them we'll call back." Sometimes, when I'd write down what the customer said, Dad would look at my notes and change the numbers. A $200 brake job became $300 on the estimate. A $50 oil change became $75. "Different customers can afford different prices," he explained when I asked. "Rich people expect to pay more. We're just meeting their expectations." It felt weird, but Dad seemed so confident about it. Then came the cash customers. Dad would fix their cars, they'd pay in bills, and instead of putting the money in the register, he'd fold it up and stick it in his shirt pocket. "Some money doesn't need to go through all the paperwork," he'd whispered to me with a wink. "Keeps things simple." He started having me watch for anyone who came around. "If you see someone writing things down, you come tell me right away, okay?" I nodded, thinking I was protecting our family business from bad people. By Christmas, our Saturday routine had changed completely. Dad would have me count all the money at the end of the day, the register money and his pocket money. Then he'd tell me to write down a much smaller number in his accounting book. "The government takes too much from small businesses," he'd say. "This way, we keep more money to spend on you and Mom." When Mom asked how business was going, Dad would show her my handwritten numbers and say, "See, we're barely breaking even. Good thing we have our little accountant here." Then Dad started coaching me on what to say if anyone ever asked about the shop. "If someone asks how much money we make, what do you tell them? That business is slow and we're just getting by. Good boy. And if they ask about customers paying cash, that most people pay with cards now." I practiced these answers like lines in a school play. On a Tuesday morning at school, our teacher was talking about taxes and how they help pay for police officers and firefighters. I raised my hand. "My dad says the government steals money from businesses, so smart people hide their cash." The room went dead quiet. Mrs. Peterson's face turned white. She kept me after class. "Honey, can you tell me more about what your dad does with cash?" I told her everything. How proud I was to help him. How we were protecting our family business from the government thieves. Mrs. Peterson made a phone call that afternoon. 3 days later, 2 men in dark suits walked into Dad's shop while we were organizing tools. I watched my dad's face crumble as they read him his rights for tax evasion and fraud. As they put handcuffs on his wrists, Dad looked at me with tears in his eyes. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I turned you into a criminal, and you didn't even know it." For 8 months, my father had been using his 9-year-old son as his partner in crime. Every Saturday morning coffee, every "you're my right-hand man," every moment I felt special. It was all so he could hide behind a child's innocence. He stole my childhood and turned me into something I never chose to be.